You didn't blow that account because your read was wrong. You blew it because you guessed your size. That's not a strategy problem, it's a number problem. And it's the same number, guessed a little differently, on every single trade, until one normal loss ends the run. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly what guessing costs, the one rule that replaces it, and how to take the guess out of the trade completely. Quick disclaimer first. This is a risk control walkthrough, not financial advice. Position sizing does not pick winners. It only decides how much you lose when you are wrong, so that you decide that on purpose, not by accident. Test anything I show you on a sim account before you risk a cent. Let's start with what guessing actually looks like, because most traders don't think they do it. It's 9:30 in the morning. A setup is forming. You know your entry, you know roughly where your stop goes. Now, how many contracts? You don't run the math. There's no time. So you type a number that feels right. 5, because 5 sounds about right. 2 felt small yesterday, so today, 3. That is a guess. It's not reckless, it's not stupid. It's just a number pulled from feel, under pressure, at the worst possible moment to be doing arithmetic. And almost everyone does it because the platform gives you nothing better. NinjaTrader never asks how much you want to risk. It just asks for a quantity and it waits. Now here is why that one small habit quietly ends accounts. 3 reasons. First, when your size is a guess, your risk is a different amount on every trade. 5 contracts on a 2-point stop is one number. 3 contracts on a 6-point stop is a completely different number. Your dollar risk is all over the place. And the moment your risk per trade is inconsistent, every win rate and risk-reward number you have ever looked at becomes meaningless. You can win 6 trades, lose 2, and still be down, because the 2 losers were oversized. Your edge can be completely real, and your account can still bleed out purely from the sizing. Second, and this is the one that gets funded traders. Tharp studied top traders for years and found that position, sizing, and psychology account for about 91% of trading performance. The entry, the thing everyone obsesses over, is around 9%. Read that again. You are guessing the 91% and perfecting the 9. Third, on a prop account, guessing is even more expensive because your real risk capital is not the number printed on the account label. A $50K Apex account does not give you $50,000 of room. It gives you a $2,500 trailing drawdown. That is your actual account. Guess big on a $2,500 buffer, and you don't get 4 or 5 losses to figure it out. You get maybe 1. So what replaces the guess? One rule. You decide your risk as a fixed percent of your account one time. Say 1% or 0.5% if you're on a tight prop buffer, and you never change it trade to trade. Once you do that, your contract count stops being a decision. It becomes an output. It's just math. Risk dollars, divided by your stop distance in points, times the point value. Let me make it concrete. 50K account, risking 0.5%, that's $250. You're trading the NASDAQ, the NQ, which is $20 a point. Your stop is 2 points away. 2 points times $20 is $40 of risk per contract. 250 divided by 40 is 6.25. You round down, always down to 6 contracts. That is not a feeling. That is the only correct answer for that trade. Do that every single time, and your risk is identical on every trade, whether your stop is tight or wide. The contracts flex, so the risk doesn't. And here is the honest problem with that. The math is simple, but you have to do it live at 9:30 while a candle is forming and your heart rate is up. That is exactly when nobody opens a calculator. That is the reason I built SizeWise. It runs that formula for you right on the chart. You set your account size and your risk percent once. Then when a setup fires, you just drag your stop and it fills in the correct contract count automatically, micros included, rounded down in under a second. You never type a quantity by feel again? Okay, back to it. Because here is what most traders learn too late. Oversizing blows more evaluations than bad setups ever do. You can be right about direction and still lose the account because you carried a guessed oversized position into a completely normal pullback. Sizing by a fixed percent on every trade is not the boring part of trading that you get to skip. It is the thing that keeps you in the game long enough for your edge to actually show up. Your edge was never the entry. Your edge is survival. Quick word on why this exists. I came from Forex where I used a tool called Magic Keys. Draw your stop, the lot size pops out, done. When I switched to futures on NinjaTrader, I went looking for the same thing, and there was nothing. People were typing contracts by hand, fumbling through browser calculators, or flat out guessing. So I built the tool I wished had existed the day I switched. One honest thing. SizeWise is a NinjaTrader 8 tool. If you trade somewhere else, it will not help you. But if you're on NT8 with a funded account, it is built exactly for that. So stop typing contract counts by feel. Decide your percent once and let the contracts be the output. If you want the automatic version, the link to SizeWise is in the description. One-time payment, lifetime license. Runs locally on your machine. But sizing is only half of it. The other reason funded accounts blow up isn't size at all. It's a trailing drawdown trap that almost nobody sees coming, and the next video breaks it down. Set your size on purpose. I'll see you there.